Ro-Ghoul is an anime game on Roblox developed by Alex. This game was released a long time ago and it's just like other Roblox games. Grinding is the main part of your gameplay, but unlike other games, grinding in this game is incredibly painful and boring. This part of the game is a core make the game now only a few players plays. The problem has been in the game a very long time ago, but I haven't seen anyone talk about it, or they haven't realized it yet. Therefore, I want to talk about it. I did spend about a month experimenting with the game, so I believe with my knowledge and the current playtime, I can prove to you that this game for me is very painful. Keep in mind that this whole video is my opinion only. If you love the game and have an opposite idea, you can comment down below and let me know. At the start of every game, you can choose which side will you in. Choosing the hamburger, then you will become a CCG member, or a meat to become a girl. The data from your CCG and a girl is different, meaning that growing in one side doesn't affect the other one. In the type of currency which will be dropped by any NPC, RC is when you reach a certain threshold of RC, a new form can be unlocked by pressing 1, 3 or 4 or more. When the XP drops to 0, you will earn some money and XP. Also, the cross will be lying on the ground. Click on the cross, then you will gain the same amount of XP as before, and bonus RC instead in like before. Depending on what kind of NPC you defeat, the rewards are not any different when they are in the same tier, but the investigator drops less RC when you pick up the cross than they go. The feature in which the NPC will drop their cross after you defeat them is quite cool in my opinion. It makes Ro-Ghoul stand out from the other game, which is just defeating them and giving you XP. Not only that, Ro-Ghoul has some cool features but also various locations for you to farm. And at level 250, 750, 1250, they will have a boss, which is nice because it supports a new player, also a high level player. So on paper, this is extremely good, but what makes the player peak right now can't even reach 5,000 players. So maybe the game has some cool mechanic and various locations to farm, and even the boss is for all players. But there's always a catch. The XP from the NPC is always the same. The normal NPC all have the same XP drop regardless of how many times you kill them. This is not a big deal for a new player, but it's for above level 300 player because the game only gives you a permanent amount of XP. So now you have to defeat more than 50 of them to level up. You can one-shot them, but above level 1000, it's nearly impossible for you to do that, to continue the cycle over and over again multiple times. The reason it is extremely boring and it doesn't provide you anything besides the reputation if you take the quest. So the solution to this is to make the CCG investigator do not attack the player on the CCG side, and also make them farm more consistently. So the CCG player should farm the CCG NPC only, because the NPC won't attack you when you are on the CCG side. So farming them will be the best option, right? But actually no, there are two main reasons why. First, the spawn is just around the headquarters because they are guaranteed to spawn. This is compared to Aogiri Members is way more less. Two, is the reposition quest always requires you to defeat a quantity of Aogiri Members. Not to mention that this quest is for both sides, meaning that both CCG and Go have the same quest, and there are only 3 areas guaranteed to spawn the Aogiri Members. One is at the CCG side. Next is at the cafe. And the last one is around the cargo shop. Therefore, there's always a player farming there and deny you to enter the farm area unless you're stronger than the person who farmed there. But why the majority of players choose to farm Aogiri Members instead of the investigator? The just reason is the reputation quest forced you to do that. Depending on how much reputation you have, it gives you the same amount of cash, so it is a free money. This reputation quest can be done by both sides and have the same mission as I mentioned before, and reward is how many times you have done the quest. Well, okay, so the NPC is not worth to farm, but how about the boss? They are along the level 250, 750 and 1250, and again, on paper this sounds pretty awesome. The boss gives amount XP, RC, reputation and in. The reward is pretty solid. So what's the bad thing? But besides the fact that it's nearly impossible for solo them at the low level, there is still an issue around the player who also play the game like you. There are usually three situations which you will be met. 1. Friendly. 2nd, don't give a shit about you. Finally, instantly target you instead of the boss. Above all categories, 70% is the third one that will appear mostly. Just ask them to ally when you fight the boss. It is a good strategy that no one uses because they don't want to spend a little bit of time to help you, I think. Also, they can melt at the boss very quick, especially the level 250 boss. We can all agree that the fact about the level between the boss from 0 to 250, you can only farm with normal NPC. 250 to 750 combine farming the Toga Nikishiki boss and the normal NPC for 500 levels straight. This period of time as a Ro-Ghoul player is pain in the ass because you probably don't have enough damage for the boss or can't even fight the boss on time, or fight them but can't do anything because a higher level player kill you. This happened to me a lot of times, so when you fight them, you die a lot. Most of the high tier weapon users are very strong to melt out the boss even faster compared to a low level player who trying to play the game. Yes, they do allow you to not running for 640 levels in total, but if you are an experienced player, you should know that using them in a very early level is not a very good idea, since once you get higher level, the XP required will be increased, meaning that when you using all of your trainer at the low level, you will less suffer on that low level period. But once you grind for, let's say, about above level 1000, you will immediately regret what you did in the past. What I want to say is just a matter of time before the game dead. The farming did not improve even though Ro-Ghoul was released a long time ago. Not only was it difficult to grind, but also the player rarely care for each other player. And the stronger player just keep farming with the Aogiri member while the new player is struggling, only can watch them farming because they can't fight back. The boss mostly benefit a high level player because they can defeat them faster, and the new player try but failed miserably. Well, I did try to ask for help, but it didn't go out very well.
No.
If you can reach at the end, it doesn't really matter. because no one gonna give a shit about you anyway. PvP is just boring because you just need to spamming some random skill and hopefully it hit. And eventually, you will accidentally become what you hate.
I'm done. He was the best. He was the best assistant I ever had. And I fired him to get him away from this place. I had Cameron killed. I had him killed. I could have done that some other way. He didn't have to die. It's so easy to become a monster around here. What if we left? Huh? What if we left? You and me.